Hello. All right. Okay, we got a couple minutes here. I'll wait a second. Let's wait another minute or so, and we'll get this party started. In the meantime, happy Sunday, everybody. Hope everybody's had a good weekend so far. I'm out here in the Northwest. The weather's been kind of fair. We had kind of a cold system move on in on us this weekend. So it's kind of been raining one second and cloudy the next and sunny the next, and a little chillier, but it's tolerable. So in the news, we got old Hillary deciding to throw her hat in the ring there for the presidential run. And reading some of the comments online, there are a lot of people who are not happy. I was really expecting to see some supporters of hers, but geez, I don't think she has any numbers. And no, I'm not keeping track of Hillary. Let's hope the markets aren't. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, everybody. Hey, this is Eric from TopFlight Trades. This video here is the weekend review. Do this every weekend, usually on Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sometimes the times change a little bit. Check the website for details because sometimes we have family events and other things that kind of get in the way of that. And I try to cater to convenience for everybody else, try to find their optimal time when everybody's around. Saturdays, we were doing Saturdays for a while at like noon. Well, that cuts everybody's weekend in half. So now we're doing Sunday evenings. I'm on the West Coast, so it's 5 p.m. here. Hopefully it's tolerable for the rest of you, not too late on the East Coast. Basically, this is the weekend review. If you missed this video, if you're not catching it live, obviously, you're probably seeing it recorded on the website and on YouTube. It does record there, and I post it. So if you miss it, you can come back at a later time and watch the video and see what you missed. Today, I have 1 hour. I have a dinner engagement tonight I must attend to. So, on Sundays, you got to put family first on a lot of things. So I'm going to have to bust out of here at 6 o'clock. So I will speed things up. I am looking for some participation from our members who plan on being here tonight for this. So I'm going to shoot through my agenda pretty quickly here. And then we'll probably have discussion, and we'll open it up and let some of our friends in to comment and talk stocks. That's always the real fun part of the weekend here. So I'm going to jump ahead and turn on the screen share. But first, let me look here. I have the chat is on. I think you should be able to see that. It never really works. There's also the Q&A. If you see on the left of the screen here, you'll see it says Q&A. And you can ask questions there. I'm not alerted to it, so I like to check it every once in a while. But if you have a question for me, go ahead and post it there, and I'll check it, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to screen share. And, yeah, let's see here. Let's do the screen share. We'll dive right on in. Okay. So, all right. Here's the S&P. We had a good week last week. Thank goodness. Things were really looking pretty sketchy last week. I was a little worried. But we came down to the support area here. I was sure hoping we were going to hold it. And, definitely the goal is to start making new highs again. We're not there yet, but definitely last week was a good week. And also you can see this channel here, this resistance line, upper channel line we had drawn here. We've now pierced it. We've broken through that. That's an excellent sign. That's what we want to see. RSI is up. Trix is kind of floating around in there. But yeah, so last week was good, and I'm really, fingers are crossed that this next week, starting tomorrow, continues green. We'll see how the rest of the markets do. And heading into tomorrow's open. So I'm positive. We haven't heard anything really negative this weekend as far as any kind of social, political, or economic world unrest to throw the markets off. So that's a good sign. So I'm hoping again next week we can at least start the week off. geez, who knows what's going on with the markets these days, but definitely want to see it cross above this area here. 2120, you just call it. 2120 would give us new highs. So let's see it pierce that, break out, and go. And of course, if you don't know, I'm primarily long in all my positions. So if the market does turn and we now have well, not now, but if the market is no longer a bull market and it becomes a bear market, we'll play it on the downside. But for right now, for the last 6+ years, we've been a bull market. So I am not going against that. Here's a NASDAQ. Same kind of thing. It's looking a little bit more aggressive than the S&P, a little more positive here. You could see definitely shooting for this line here, about 5,000, is it? Just over 5,000. And 504.2 is the high. But again, if the markets are strong next week, we'll definitely break through that and continue. And that's what we want to see. And then we have the Dow, which is always the weaker. But the Dow looks like the S&P. We find new ground here, kind of a thing. Let's see here. Again, I play the bodies of the candles primarily. Yeah. Look at the RSI crossing over 50, heading north. All right, let's see if we can find some new ground here as well. So anyways, that's last week was good. You could see here the last several days definitely headed up off the support line there. And yeah, let's see. All right, so that is that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over a few stocks here that I am watching this week. And particularly, well, a few things. First off, let me jump over here. I've updated the website with a few things. Okay, here's the website. I have it zoomed in pretty tight here for you, but you can see on the website, first off, I've over here in the free content, I've put my master top 200 list of stocks. Okay. And what this is helpful for is it gives me a quick glance here. I can scroll through these charts. Usually what I normally do is I just go and have them all set up in my charting package, and I just kind of go through them one by one. And with 200, 300 stocks sometimes, it could definitely take a while. And but what I've done here is I've put this here to share with you the stocks that I mostly look at. Now this is my big list here. The stocks will come from this list. Sometimes they will be new stocks that aren't on this list, but for the most part, all of my premium picks come from this master list here. Okay. I want the best. So this is really the top 200 and then some. So I think you're 200 right here. Anyways, what this does is it allows me to kind of scroll through here kind of quickly and just look for certain setups. Give me the quick look. And then of course, if I see something, I can jump on over and take a closer look at it. AFSI here looks like we're finding new ground here, breaking out, but in fact, zooming in on it, we're not there. It pulled back underneath it. Not looking comfortable for that yet. And you can see some other plays where they're kind of, bounce around in their channels or they're off support. This looked pretty good down in here. Yeah. So anyways, so you can go here. These are in alphabetical order and there's no table at the bottom. It's just straight up charts. These are live charts. They update daily, probably throughout the day. So these aren't static, like when I posted them, that they've just sat there and done nothing. These are moving. These are live. So, and again, I'll update this list here every couple of weeks. It's usually when I do it. And yeah, so that's that. So that's the top 200. Okay. And then I also have my technical plays here. Now what this is my list of specific technical criteria technical setups that I look for. Now these are very exact, and I have several different setups I'd like to see here. I'm not going to reveal necessarily what's in the secret sauce, but I post them all here, and they're not all necessarily plays, although you could play them because they all do really well. And I try to do this, upload these every day. And you can see just this weekend, I uploaded a whole handful here. And you'll also see that some of them are in here multiple times because these systems will pick them up multiple times. And when they do that, they're often even more successful. Anyways, I just throw this out here for you. Again, these meet exacting technical criteria, and I post them, and they seem to do well. So, you can see here, VDSI back on the 7th, just last week, already up 7%. And we picked it a day before that. It was, since then, 8%. You see, SHPG. Oh, what's this one? MYL. Picked that on the 6th, added it to the list. Up 20% since then. So you can get some good ones in here. And again, you'll see some repeats, and others you'll see failed setups as well. But for the most part, I really like this. And ONNN looks like that's no longer, I don't know what happened with that. Anyways, that is there for you to view. I update that every day. I usually will update it unless the market is absolutely like just deeply red, and I'll wait for a better day for the setups because I won't want to encourage anybody to play them onto a red day. Then, of course, we have our new high strong demand list. This is a table and charts, as you can see here. Let me make sure I'm on screen share. Okay. These are in alphabetical order. These are live charts. Down below, I have the tables. I upload these every weekend. Okay, so here's the list for this weekend. There's quite a few of them. And then here's last week's list. You can see how some of them did. DYAX, nearly up 10%. Okay, and they just go down the list here. So, yeah. And then over the premium content, of course, we have our premium picks, but then I've also added the top 50. Of the 200, top 50 are listed. Same thing. These are just the tables. I'm sorry, just the charts. So again, you'll see some of these in the 200, of course, but these are the top 50 of the 200. So I really like to play the best. So I narrow it down, and I narrow it down from there too when I go through them each day, and I make the premium picks. So that is that. Okay, back to the charts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shoot through some charts here. Let me take a look and see if we have anybody here. See if we have any questions or anything. Where did we go? Okay, so you're looking at that. Let me check the Q&A, check the chat. Okay, looks like it's just me right now, I think. At least what it tells me. So back to the charts. So, okay, so I'm going to shoot through some. These stocks here that I'm going to go through are primarily, a lot of them are obviously very strong, very sector leaders. They're all leaders of their individual sectors, and they're very strong. Of course, they're very profitable. They're growing. They're accelerating in their growth and sales, and as well as relative strength. So these are stocks that if I were to bet and play for long holds, I get asked that sometimes. What are some stocks I can hold till the end of the year? Well, these would be them. And frankly, a lot of the stocks we play, again, I want the best. So all these plays, all these setups we have here, all the premium picks, all these companies here, and primarily in the top 50. I wouldn't say the top 200; they're getting kind of wide, but at least in the top 50, all those are companies that are showing strong growth, strong sales, strong earnings, and profits. They're innovative. They have excellent management. They have institutional interest and accumulation. And so on. I mean, that's the whole idea behind it. So that's what we want. So all these stocks, really, all these companies, unless they absolutely just tank or somebody gets hauled away, these will be strong companies for years to come. And looking back at my list from like 2014, I played a lot of these same ones back then, and they've doubled since then, if not more. So they're still here. They're still growing. So that's awesome. One thing, though, I will say is a lot of Chinese companies I'm a little cautious on. So some of these are Chinese companies, and I will note them. You may have more faith in Chinese companies than I do, but I will sometimes pass on a company if it's Chinese. I don't know. I guess I don't trust that they're necessarily adapting to our generally accepted accounting principles. And, I don't know. I just have a hard time with it. There are other stocks to play out there. Anyway, so I'm going to shoot through some stocks here. These are ones that I'm watching. They're not necessarily ready yet. These are ones to keep an eye on. That's not the one I was looking for, although that's a unique setup. AGO. Look at that. Just finally broke out of that range there. Okay. AVGO. Have a go. Okay, so semiconductor. So watching this one again. This is a 2680, 12680. I will be looking for an opportunity to get in this as soon as we find new ground. I'm not going to probably play it off where it's at now. I probably will wait for new highs, wait for a breakout on new highs on this one. CBM, not ready for this one yet, although this one's done nicely as it broke out of this area here at 36. Price fairly low, currently at 43 right now, so it's made a nice move recently. Again, I'm continuing to watch this one. Here's the weekly on it. So it's really taken off, as you can see. Love it. It's biotech, healthcare. Then we have QRVO. Oops. Here we go. Okay, now this one's a fairly young, excuse me, fairly young company here. I usually don't play IPOs too quickly. I say that, but looking back last fall, I noticed that there were 3 or 4 I did end up playing. Kind of broke my rule. But for the most part, I like to wait. I won't get in right out of the gate with an IPO. I like to wait, let a base set up. This is kind of all over. I guess you can call this a base here. It finally broke out of it, pulled back. So I'm thinking here now we have the 50-day drawn in here. And I think where we might be able to hold this area. I'm going to watch this one, see if we can cross above the 13-day EMA, 13-day exponential moving average right here. I want to see it get above that. And I'll probably look to play this and then add more once we find new highs. So anyways, 56. So once the entry is there, I'll post it in a premium pick. And the first target, of course, will be up here at 84-ish. And then above that, boy, it could be 90, even 100. But we'll see. I'll have to take a closer look at that. Then we have SWKS, Skyworks. See, this is one we've already played top of the year. It's done well for us. And you can see we're now finding a new entry point right about here, about 102. I'm glad it's above 100. That's good. I like to be above 100 because 100 will serve as a good support for us. So pretty much waiting for this one to go. Let this cross 100, break above 100, and let's find new highs. And it'll be another opportunity to get in on this one. I'm not sure how far up we're up on this one. Actually, let me check something here. I think, was that one of the ones that I think we exited here a little while ago. We exited a few. SWKS, I just see it. Markets are a little uncertain, and yes, we did. Exited at 21%, which is where? Why isn't that table carrying down? Where we exited it? No. Oh, wrong stock. 75? No, that was our entry. I don't know. Oh, 91. That was the last. So we exit 91. Let me take a look here. So it's at 99. Let me get out here. I forget. Anyways, another opportunity. So again, that's one thing is I need to do a better job of really, and looking back in the history of my trading, it's one thing I've never done. I play a stock and whether I win or lose, and I get it, and then I kind of throw it away. I kind of forget about it. Like, I don't want to say like an old girlfriend, but you kind of throw it aside. Well, these are excellent, strong companies, and they provide many opportunities through their lifespan here as they're growing to play them. And you get in, you get out, whatever. But really, if you want to make some good money, is what you'd really want to do is just narrow it down to your top 10 stocks and just play those. It's funny because I've done it. But so many people scour the internet for all these, they don't know anything about the companies. Why not pick 20 companies well, and they're growing and they're meeting the criteria, and just play them? You know what I mean? And then people scour the internet for these companies they know nothing about. Then they throw 20 grand at them, all their money. Just crazy sometimes. But anyway, so this is providing another opportunity for us up here again at 102 or so. When that time comes, I will let you know, and we'll make it another premium pick. We have Cyber, SYBR. This is, again, fairly new company. Let's jump to the weekly. See it IPO'd last September. So kind of making let me turn on the linear regression here, see if it gives us anything. No, it's too soon on that. All right. Linear regression here. You know, a couple of our members like this. Anyways, so this is where we're at with it. So I am waiting for the right opportunity to get in this. One opportunity will be is back here at 63 or so. That might be a good entry. At least clear this candle here, clear this area here. This stock's got a lot of pretty good momentum behind it right now. I've been reading a bit about it, and certainly the industry and the sector is doing well, and this company is ranked highly in that. So it's a good long. Okay, so that's Cyber. Then we have QLYS. Wait for a pullback here. You see we crossed 50 here, broke above it. I'm thinking we're going to get a pullback back to 50, and then it might be a good buy area there. So watching this one, you can see the tricks is just turning. It is positive, but it's now curling back up again. RSI is over 70, so we'll see what this does. Then there's CNC. Now, I like CNC. Now, we've been watching this one for a while, and this thing has just been continuing to climb. I mean, look at this run. And just until recently here, and we got that pullback, and now we're trading sideways. So now this is just, I love it. I want to see new ground here. You know, I want to see right there. Let's close above that with some volume. We got earnings coming up. That might be what does it. Earnings is 15 days. So it's a healthcare, Centene Corp. So I am keeping an eye on this one. I really like this one. Let's jump to the weekly on it. There you go. Looking good. Okay. Then we have Ellie Mae. Don't know much about this company. But this one, I was reading about it, got my attention there in Investors Business Daily this weekend. Anyways, this one I'm just kind of got on my radar. I want to share with you. I don't know too much about them, but it's a software programming outfit. Volume is light. Look at the volume, 255 on the 20-day, and Friday's volume was just at 90,000. So yeah. Anyways, so keeping an eye on that one. It's just under $60 right now. Then we have LCI. This is currently a premium pick. It's not showing it on the graph right now. I believe our entry was right here at this breakout here, and it came pulled back. And up we go, and we're pretty much looking for new ground again. So it's kind of too early to call it for another entry point. But, you know, again, finding new highs is definitely a good time to do it. We watched this one come up to this area when it broke new ground here. And I thought it was going to come up to this area, and it did. But since we've taken off with it. So it's been a pretty good play so far. Takes some time. Again, good strong outfit here. I want to see earnings in 23 days. So LCI. We have PayC, PAYC. Another premium pick. Looking for new opportunities in this one as well. This one is a sector leader right now. And so, yeah, it's kind of been trading sideways, but looking to see a break above 36 here, find some new ground. We see we've come up to that area already once before. We were able to squeeze 20% out of it or so. We even had a high entry on this one. We wanted to let this test kind of come up, have it kind of come up to us. We didn't set it right above the breakout area here. I'd set it a little higher. I usually go off the bodies of the candles. This time I was just a little unsure about it. And we had these tall wicks here. We wanted to see at least fight for it, and it did. It was one day we could have got, but we didn't. But anyways, we got out of here, and then it kind of traded sideways a bit, and it's bouncing around here between 30 and 35, 36. So we're watching that one still. Then we have bib. Bib is this. I spotted this on the weekly. It's kind of this ascending triangle pattern here, and this thing just took off after it. I did not play this one. Wish I had. At that point, priced at 350. I don't know if I just didn't have enough capital I want to put in on it, or I underestimated the move. This is a pretty good move, 350 up to 480. Yeah, but I did not play it. I wish I had. So anyways, you can see here, let me zoom out and you can see the support or the old resistance here. We kind of broke out of that, had earnings, gapped up, took off, went up there, pulled back. Now we're back down on the 50-day right there. Let's see if we can get it. Now we're above the 13-day EMA as well. So we got earnings coming up in another 10 days. Let's see what this can do. Again, a real strong company. It's currently priced at $4.25 a share. So that's good. One that kind of came to mind, what was this? Something in the investors got my attention. I already forgot what it was. This company is not ranked very high, but the move got some attention. I'm forgetting. But anyways, what a move, huh? Yeah, I was wanting to share it with you. I know some of you guys like to play cheaper stocks. This one's currently at 2040. It's a Chinese outfit, Chinese distance education. Volume's low on it, but that's the case sometimes. So that's GL. Excuse me. LT. Excuse me. This is also a current premium pick. We did not play the breakout. We played it down here, finding new highs off this area here. And we come up to this area here about 158, pulled back to the moving averages. Now we're back again. So either we're going to pop on through or we're going to pull back again, back down to this level probably, and then go. So we'll see here. You can see, I don't know if this is going to really form. Let's jump to the weekly, see if we can see an ascending triangle pattern. You could probably argue that. Let me see here. It kind of helps when you draw it, you know. I just like this pattern. I know some people are probably real critical of what I see as far as ascending triangles. Hey, wait a minute, that's not an ascending triangle. Yeah, but whatever. It is, and they seem to always work. So not always work. I take that back. Some of them work out really nicely. Not all of them do, but I really like the ascending triangle. Anyways, but we'll see what this does. This bounces around here. This is the weekly. We could get them bounce around here a little bit more, and just continue to make this bounce around in here and then go. So we'll see what it does. Anyways, watching that, it's current premium pick. But again, if this pops out and breaks through it with some volume, we could see that here in another 24 days on the 7th when earnings come out. That might be what pops this thing right on out to new ground above 160. So we'll see about that. SNCR, another good one. This is also a premium pick. Aside from this candle, we just talked about this candle that day. It's a legit candle. I'm not even gonna get into it, but it's there. Take it away. Well, I mean, no, don't take it away. Somebody did well up there. Somebody also bought way up there, and so they're waiting for this to climb back up here. But it kind of throws off, as far as seeing resistance. And this happened really quickly. It was only on a 20-minute, 30-minute time frame, I believe, that day. So not a real lot of action, but there was some sales up in here. So anyways, this thing hit our buy entry here. It did climb up. Again, got some quick gains for us, but I don't think any of us would have realistically played it. Came right. What did I do here? No. Well, I did something there. Anyways, played it, and now we're just continuing on up. So looking good. It's as planned. We have earnings coming up in 16 days for SNCR. It's another good play. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one as well. But again, good, strong company, and you can see the stock is moving in the right direction as well. PanW, Palo Alto Networks. Watching this one closely. I want to see some new highs here. There at 149, so I'd be comfortable at clearing 150. I'd like to see it close above 150, or even on a good strong day with volume, intraday clear 150 might be. I might enter a position then. but I'm definitely liking this here. Again, I kind of see an ascending triangle pattern written in here. We got earnings coming up in 44 days. 44 days. That's not right. 527. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, anyways, 44 days till earnings comes out. We got some volume. Yeah. So anyways, watching that one. And I don't believe we're in Pen W yet. I don't think it's a premium pick. I've gone back and I've deleted some of my drawings I had on these charts because we have so many premium picks right now. So far this year, we're over 100. And again, I like to again when they find these new areas. So, yeah. Yep. Pen W. Yes, we already did play it. Got in at 128. We're currently at 15% on it. 128. What's that right here? Yes, we played this right here. Boom. Shot up to the next level. And we're going to play it again right here at 150, I mean. So LXFT, don't know much about this company. This just got my attention today. Fairly new outfit from last summer. IPO'd about 20 bucks, 19 bucks. Now we're finding new ground. Back to the daily. Here we are. So anyways, it'll be an interesting one. We got earnings coming up in a month, in 30 days. This could be an interesting play if it breaks above 55. I'm not sure how far it'll go, but kind of a funky pattern we got going on here. Kind of some trading sideways, getting tighter, going all the way back from July. Like it kind of found some area here, just popped above it and didn't really go anywhere, and then trade sideways again, then finally took off. So then we have LinkedIn. A couple people had asked about LinkedIn here last week. LinkedIn looks good now, certainly after Friday. I think we're talking about it last Wednesday or Thursday. And at that point, I liked this candle here. I liked it. We'd closed up above the moving average. This one here, we hadn't yet. We kind of broke it, but didn't really do it. This is a 13-day EMA here. Excuse me. But on Thursday, we did finally get above it, and apparently everybody else thinks so as well because we got a lot of volume that day, and it gapped up, and now we're above it. So we're heading back up to 275, if you ask me. Yeah. We're even closed above that area there at 264. Next stop could be 272, 275, somewhere in there. So, and earnings is in 17 days, and that's probably what's going to be. It's going to send this thing flying. Estimate 3-cent loss. Wait a minute. That's only the estimate. Well, that should be easy to beat. I'll have to look at that a little closer. Let's see here. 2 quarters before I was 10 cents. What do we got now? 12 cents. And then the loss. Huh. Well, that could be an easy play then. If they're expecting a loss and they come out with a positive number, even back to a dime again, this thing could really pop well. So keep an eye on LinkedIn. If you're not in it already, and I think a couple of you already are. And I think probably what I had suggested too about an entry was suggesting that you can enter in a percentage right here. I mean, not 100% of your capital you want to invest in LinkedIn. You throw in a quarter or a third. Let this thing kind of work for you a bit. And then once we get up to here again, and then we get to a new buy point, well, then you've already, a quarter of your money already in, and you've already in the green with it, and then it makes this up here even a more safer bet for you. It kind of gives you a little more variance and allowance in your move, in your setup there. So that's good. And then we have Ulta. Again, premium pick, but you see we've kind of been trading sideways here. I'd love to see this get above 156 or so. Kind of watching that one. We have a couple premium picks this weekend. We have ABC. I like this one. Pretty simple. Finding new ground there. This is posted in the premium tables, the premium picks list, and then on the posting I did yesterday, it shows this chart. And then we had DNKN. Duncan. You can see I kind of raised the entry there a little bit higher. I want to see this thing kind of jump up to us here. Currently have it set at 49.54. I like to see, definitely want to see the markets green tomorrow. and I want to see this thing move with some volume. But keep in mind also, we have earnings coming up in 10 days. So this may not really go anywhere. Again, just be aware that earnings is coming up. And earnings, if good, will give us a nice pop we need to break out of this area here. So you can see here we are on the weekly. You can see this area here. We're at 49 or so. Has been a resistance area. Kind of popped through, pulled back, hit it. Now we're doing it again. So we can break out of here. Certainly, I would think that 52 would be our first target. 52, 53, and then from there on, I think we can really find some good ground up to 60. So don't mind the width of this. I'm not implying it hit 60 in a month. Anyways, so that's Duncan. SEMO. This is a premium pick that just took off last week. Earnings in 14 days. So this one's doing really well. Another one is not a play right now, but somewhere it was pointed out to me. Oof, this isn't what I was thinking it was. Let me look at the weekly. Okay, well, anyways, watch for a breakout here above 55. Then we got ZBRA. This is another one we were watching last week as well. It finally found new ground there. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's what I have here. Let me jump on over. It took 35 minutes. Yeah. I'll jump back over to you now. All right. Let me see if we have anybody here. All right. It's going to be a short one. And the other thing, guys, if, when I have these weekend reviews, I know everybody can't make it always at the same time. That's why I like that it records. And this video will be posted on the website. Leave a comment down below or email me at topflighttrades@gmail.com. And if you have any questions or anything, I get, if you find me on StockTwits as well, I'm over there. And sometimes I'll get asked opinions about stocks and setups and that, and I'm open to that. If you got a question for me, throw it at me. I'm here to help. Now, certainly if I get, 150 requests in a day, then I'll probably have to reel it back. But, if you're a mission, reach out to me and ask me. I definitely want to know that you guys find value in this stuff. If no one's watching and no one's finding any value or benefit from it, then that'll be a little troubling. But, definitely if you reach out to me with questions and that, or any feedback, that certainly helps me know that we're on the right track, and that hopefully you guys are making some money on these setups and the guidance that we deliver and everything that we share. So I don't have some of our regulars here today, and I don't know why. Maybe because they're enjoying dinners in the Sundays with their families. I hope they are. So again, this will be posted on the website. I'm always open to feedback, so leave a comment or something down below. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And then the other thing too is, I like to do these. I want to do more of these during the week. It kind of depends on schedule and demand. So if you want to do a one-on-one, you have a couple of questions or something like that. If I'm around, hey, we can Skype or Google or whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. So I guess that's what I have. I have no other comments, no other participation tonight, and I have to be at dinner anyways in 20 minutes. We'll have to wrap this up within 20 minutes. So that's pretty much what I have. Let me think what else I have. I think that's about it. Ryder, one of our members, has posted a couple of commentary opinion pieces. Didn't get one from him this weekend. But go ahead and look back in the last 2 weekends. He's posted a couple of things. Now, his view on the markets and that is his own, of course. I enjoy reading his commentary and opinion on it. I don't agree with all of it, but it doesn't mean that I don't want it. I really like that he does provide that perspective, because I am a pretty optimistic guy. And again, in a bull market, I'm all bull. Well, that's a good quote for you. I don't fight the trend. So, of course, I'm optimistic, and my money's I invest in the trend and the bull market, and that's where I go. So, he's a little bit more bearish than I, and maybe you, maybe not. But that's good. It's good to get some perspective. And, you know, again, I don't like to pay attention to I don't watch the news. I don't watch the media. I don't watch Kramer. Although I'll take that back. Last Thursday, I did online on demand watch one of his shows on the Thursday. I got about half an hour into it and finally killed it. But what a nut, man. I mean that in a good way, too. That guy's funny, man. That guy's hopped up on something. But, well, anyways. All right. Well, I wish everybody a good week. Stick to your trading plan. Make sure you have a trading plan when you trade. Know when you're going to get out. Put your stop out there. Make sure you have it defined. Know when you're going to get in, how much money you're going to invest, when you're going to get out if the thing turns bad. Take away the uncertainty as much as you can. Identify the risk. Manage the risk. And trading can be fun, and you don't have to worry about losing it all. And stick with good, strong companies, and we deliver those here. So, all right, folks, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. And I remembered where one of our members is. He is probably celebrating Easter, Orthodox Easter this weekend. So that's where he is. He's with his family. Excellent. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Eric from TopFlight Trades, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.